Let's make a 3D model from photos. We will install Autodesk ReCap. It's free if you're a student. So just from ordinary photos, you could make a 3D model. So sign into Autodesk and choose to install ReCap. You could just search for Autodesk Download Student and you will find this page. We save the installation manager, and when it's downloaded, we start it up. And now it will start to download the actual software. And it's plenty of gigabytes here. So be patient. First we accept the license term. And we just go for the default location. We could see that it's actually two softwares, ReCap and ReCap Photo. ReCap Photo is the one we're interested in today. 2.86 gigabyte. That's quite a lot. So be patient and secure that you have space on your computer. If you click Launch Now, it will not start the software that we need. It will start ReCap. We will not work with this software this time, so we just close the splash screen there. Say OK to that and close this window. Instead, we go down and search for Autodesk ReCap Photo. And there it is. So let's start it. Now we get a window that shows other projects that I have already done. There is a splash screen. Let's close that one first. And now you could see all the projects that I have uploaded earlier. You could see the Makita is there several times. You could actually upload drone photos, but we will go for just ordinary photos. So we click Object. And now we get the opportunity to point to the folder where we have all the photos. So we choose Ctrl-A and choose to open all these photos that we have. And be sure that you have taken really crisp and nice photos. It should not have reflective surfaces. You should not have shadow if possible. And try to have as many photos as possible. If possible, more than 100, maybe even 300 photos. Give a name to this project so it's easy to find. And I choose to auto crop, which means it will try to get rid of most of the background. And now it's uploading the images. And now the photos are waiting in the cloud for its time to be calculated. It could take 15 minutes, it could take 2 hours. It depends. It's ready now, it's calculated. So let's download this, and I will download it on the local computer. You could actually use the cloud service. You have space there, but I like to have it on the computer. So I download the project, and when it's downloaded completely, there we got a new icon. So this is the project on my computer that we could open up. So this is the raw data that is calculated. It looks pretty nice. And most of the background is cut away. And that is because I clicked auto crop. But I would like to slice it a little bit further. So let's go for the slice tool and get rid of what is underneath this tool. So I go for slice, and it will bring in like a disk. If you are inside the black circle, you could tumble it in space, and if you're outside the circle, you could move it in straight directions. Something like that, move it a little bit, maybe tumble a little bit in space, and a little bit closer. secure that you have fill turned on before you click. So fill, and then you accept. So now we will get rid of that piece, and it also filled the area underneath there. So it's a solid piece now. It's good if you like to 3D print, for instance. Let's go for the transform tool again and try to position it a little bit better in space. I should have moved it down to the grid, but I forgot about that. So we will come back to that later. Another important thing is the size. We don't want a tool that is 13.6 meter big. It's too heavy. So let's make it 330 millimeter approximately. Go back to the transform tool, because we could click. First we could adjust a little bit, but we could also click so it ends up there on the grid. So now we need to find it down there on the grid. Much better. I find it nice to have it on top of the grid. Actually, this also works well, but let's move it up a little bit. Maybe we could adjust it a little bit better towards the grid there. So I go a little bit from the side. Yeah, it's okay. So now we could export this. And just for fun, we could make a video. And so there is some possibilities to make a turntable and also other keyframing videos straight here in this software, which is pretty cool. So just for fun, I just take this turntable animation, the default one. You could pick different file formats, but I will just go for the default AVI. So you could tweak many things here, but let's take this one as it is. Make a folder and put it in so it's easy to find. And this takes a while. So now it's done. We have a video. Let's do the actual export of the model. So we go for export model, and here you have quite a few number of formats. FBX, OBJ, OBJ quads, and STL. STL without any texture usually. OBJ is a good format. I will go for OBJ quads this time. Maybe you should just take an ordinary OBJ. It's more general. In this case, I have the possibility to push it up to 20,000 quads or pieces. So I would like to have maximum quality, so I change it to 20,000 here. Let's export. Make another folder so I know where to find the model. And this takes a while to export this, so be patient. And then when it's exported, you could actually load it in your favorite software. Rhino, Mesh Mixer, Alias, even SolidWorks, whatever software you have actually. Let's have a look at the video again. This is the video that I downloaded. Oh, it looks nice, doesn't it? From ordinary cell phone photos. Cool.